Okay, so we're going to be covering practicing the obedience that you've already learned and just keeping it maintained so you can actually use it when you need it. Where people go wrong a lot is they'll go through the classes, they'll teach their dog, and then once they see that their dog knows it, they just completely, they'll only use it once in a blue moon when they need it. But you need to practice it and keep it sharp. That doesn't mean you need to run your dog through the ringer every day. It just means that, so if I'm hanging out doing whatever, I'll fire a command off at my dog, and in the hopes that they do it. If they don't do it, then I follow through and show them what I meant. So, for example, that way. So, perfect, she did it as expected. Good girl. If she doesn't do it, no drama. I'll just, show her what I wanted. If you bark commands at your dog and then they don't do it, chances are it's just because they're not entirely sure what they're supposed to be doing, or they just know that you're not going to do anything anyway, so they just bugger off and do their own thing. So you want to make sure that if you're talking to your dog, you're showing them what you mean, because again, dogs don't speak any actual language. They just associate the sounds we make with the actions we show them. So for example, the one command that she'll probably screw up right now, because I only do it once in a blue moon, which is her kennel command, and she usually confuses it with her bed. Even though they're two different commands, they are basically the same thing in principle. So she usually ends up running to her bed. So, espach. The one time I want her to screw it up, and she just went into her kennel.
Yeah, she got it.
Good girl, Mo. Okay, come here. Hey. Good, Domia. Okay, so, no, you're not getting ready to play. Okay, Domia. So she broke. Leave her alone, she's working. Good girl. Well, I was supposed to show you what I mean when it comes to following through with the dog, but she went right into it. Fit. Onyx. No. Okay, so here we go. This is not her come command. This is just her sit under command. So I've got to follow through. So Domnia. So I'll have her follow my hand. There we go. So I'm really picky on this one. She has a bit, not really much of a fancy recall, but it still has a very specific ending. And the reason it's very specific is because I show her where she, you're snapping at her. Because I show her exactly where I want her each time. All that matters is the final result. I don't need to have her across the room every time I want to recall her. I can literally just practice. So, Tome. And Domia. Domia. So she's literally right next to me. But then she went to the exact position she's supposed to be in. Good girl. And it took a little bit of help because the puppy kept distracting her. But yeah, so that's just a matter of and it's awesome to have that if you want to up your game for practice. Having the puppy or the other dog be a pain in the butt while she's doing it. Good girl. Yeah, that's all there really is to practicing. You don't need to have a regimen. Just fire off a command that you expect your dog to be able to do. And then if they don't, just remind them, no, this is what I meant, and carry through. Because they're going to need reminding every now and then if we don't use it often. If you use it regularly, then the dog will be confident in what you want, and then there'll be no trouble.